Army battles is that one thing I did not know existed until I actually began watching Roblox YouTubers this year. It decided to release early with some minigames, and I'm used to that of course, so today I'm going to rank all 19 minigames from worst to best. There are technically 20, but I'm not counting Ball Boop Solo and Ball Boop Team's different minigames. But before I start, I just want to mention that there's only a small percentage of people watching that are actually subscribed. So if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing because it helps me out a lot. Now let's begin! They can't all be good. This is just a King of the Hill game, and if you saw my ranking the Epic Minigames video, you know how much I dislike King of the Hill games. But this one is at least a bit unique. The goal is to stay as the giant as long as possible, and it can be really annoying and not fun at times. It's better than the usual King of the Hill minigames, but far from good. Gear Grab is about grabbing gear from the sky, and it's very underwhelming. It's really annoying at times because of people being able to jump, and finding out where the gear is going to land is hard at times. Shadows do appear, but it's still hard because of the timing when they land. It's annoying and not really that fun. I don't really like minigames like Tile Takeover from Epic Minigames, but this one at least tried to make it interesting. It makes the cube you try to take over spin, but it becomes annoying at times because of how easy it can be to fall off. It, like many other minigames in this game, makes normal formats different, and it did an okay job. This is just Treasure Hunt Simulator, but more confusing and irritating. The goal is to find keys to get in the balloons. It's so annoying, and getting up from the underground takes ages, as well as mining of course. It is unique, but it is annoying. This is the arbitrary Bumper Balls minigame in every minigame collection, and it's basically exactly Bumper Balls mixed with the Super Mario Party remake. And if you wonder what I meant by that, I meant that it has the boosts. It's good, but not extremely creative. It's a pretty exciting minigame, but the fact you can easily fall off makes it not really that fun. And some of the locations of the weakness points can be really confusing. The minigame is engaging, managing to keep it interesting. It's good, but some things can be annoying. I really like the idea of this minigame with it having the basic match-free gameplay. And so, if I say it's really good, why is it at number 13? Well, it's because it's match-free. It's been overdone to death, but this iteration of it was really clever, and it fits right in. The controls later into the minigame can be extremely janky and annoying. Elsewhere, it's really fun and exciting. The concept is good, and it is very interesting and engaging. Though the punches from the other players that stun you can be so evil if you're not the one doing it. This is a pretty fun minigame, but the aesthetics are not really that good. It looks really basic, and in the minigame, lag is a huge problem from my experiences. It's basic, but it's still really fun. If you look at the end of the name, you know what type of game this is. Hoverboard.io is literally just Snake.io, but you sadly don't get bigger, so this minigame is not really much of a challenge. What I do is basically I just camp at the bottom for the entire round and hope the other players mess up. It can be really engaging at times, and it's a good idea, but I still think it has much more potential. Boulder Run is a very fun and exciting minigame, which has a really good design. I don't get slowed down that often at all, and the boulder is not really that much of a threat. Though the stage itself is really engaging, but falling into pits makes you unable to play again. Though I don't see that happen often. So, a really good minigame. Oh my gosh, yes! Finally a game about genocide, my favorite! The game is about committing illegal acts against moles, and you try to be the best mass murderer. Some moles gives more points, and some moles has abilities. And abilities as well appear on the map at times. So it makes it a very large minigame, including a lot of fun elements. Yes, I know it's a simulator game, but I see it more like a mockery. The goal is to collect the most coins and get multipliers from pets. Though this minigame is really easy to get the multipliers because of you being able to just spam buy the extremely cheap 10 coin pets. The minigame involves strategy and you having to know when to spend high amounts of money on more pets, or just to keep collecting and hope some guy with a 69 times multiplier doesn't ruin the entire match. This minigame is really creative. The weapons are all different and unique, which all give them a special charm. It is just Hunger Games, but... oh! It's probably one of the longest minigames, but it's fun all the way through, except if you die in the first 2 seconds. This is literally just a copy of Hexagon, but I like Hexagon, so it's really fun. It's just that when you step on tiles, they disappear. But in this one, we go so quickly, so it makes the minigame more unique. We also have the diving feature, which is good since it already was in the base RB Battles game. Bomber Battle is an amazing callback to Bomberman. It has almost the exact same mechanics, but since the game is still in beta, it has some problems. Like, sometimes when I play, I can get killed by the bomb, even though I was out of its reach. But I can't of course excuse it because it will probably be being fixed later. The game is really intense and high concentration is needed to know what will hit your opponent and what you have to be careful of. It's great. It's Flood Escape, but it's still really fun and it becomes better with the mechanics of their own game, where you're able to double jump and dive. The stage is really intense and exciting and I love it. Oh my gosh, this is so fantastic. The controls are really good and I don't have that many problems with them and it's just so extremely fun. The power-ups aren't really that unique, but they're a fine addition. It's so fun and I love this minigame. And number 1 is Puzzle Peril. It took what I loved about Teamwork, Trail, and Epic minigames and made it amazing in RB Battles. It's so fun and there are so many puzzle pieces at once, not making every teammate have to get the same thing. It's so good and fun and I think that's overall the best minigame in RB Battles so far. Thank you guys so much for watching and I hope you enjoyed. What are your opinions on all the minigames? Let me know in the comments below. If you want to see teasers or more about my channel, be sure to check my Twitter, which will be in the description. Thanks for watching and goodbye!